Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the entirely new session on MJ's Maths and Stats. That's MJ Magic Studio to you, and I am your host, your dost, and always in the ghost mode, Mohit Jain, with few questions, samples for sure questions. 25 questions we will do on numerical ability in this particular session, and these questions you can expect on your TCS Ninja or digital platform examination on campus drives this season. So let's get started. How many positive integers less than 4300 can be formed with digits 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4? Mind it, nothing is given about whether digits repetition is allowed or not. If that information is not given, we will always assume that repetition is allowed. Now all one digit numbers are less than 4300. So how many one digit numbers we can have? 1, 2, 3, 4. All two digit numbers are also less than 4300. How many two digit number we can have? On the first place we can't have 0 but any of these 4 digits. And on the second place, since repetition is allowed, we can have any of these 5 digits. That means we can have 20 of such numbers which are of 2 digits. Now 3 digit number is also less than 4300. 4 into 5 into 5. 25 into 4, 100 3 digit numbers we can have. Now we are on to 4 digit number. Number is 4300 or less. That means on the first place we can have 1, we can have 2, we can have 3 for the sake. Number if it's starting with 1, 2 or 3 is obviously less than 4300. How many we can have of such kind? 3 into 5 into 5 into 5. 125 into 3 is 375. Now again 4 digit number which starts with 4. If it starts with 4, on the second place we can have either 0, we can have either 1 or we can have either 2. Perfect, because 40 number starting with 40 and 4 digit, 41 and 4 digit, 42 and 4 digits are all less than 4300. Here I can have any of the 5, here I can have any of the 5. So this is 1 into 3 into 5 into 5. 25 into 3 is 75. These are the number which can be formed with repetition allowed, which would be less than 4300. 424, 124, and this is 450. 450 plus 124 is 574. None of the above is the answer. On a toss of 2 dice, A throws a total of 5. That means he must have got either 1 4, 4 1, 2 3 or 3 2. These are only the 4 possible cases to get a total of 5 if 2 dice are thrown. And if 2 dice are thrown, we get 36 outcomes, 6 square, out of which 4 are favorable where the total is 5. Then the probability that first die shows a greater number than the second die. That means if this is now your event outcome, then out of this, in how many of the cases you can see first die shows a greater number than the second die? First die shows a greater number than the second die, and here also first die shows a greater number than the second die. That means 2 are the favorable option out of the 4 of this particular set. 2 by 4 is half, that is 50% probability. Option C fits in. A classical question from time, speed and distance. You note that the only formula which works here is speed is equals to distance by time in the same unit of measurements. A person traveled from Chennai to Pondicherry in cycle at the rate of 7.5 km per hour. Speed is given. Another person travels the same distance in train at a speed of 30 km per hour and reached 30 minutes earlier. That means time taken by the person traveling on cycle would be d, if d is the distance, by 7.5. This time is more than time taken by the person who is traveling on train, who is traveling at a speed of 30 kph by 30 minutes. Since this unit of measurement is kilometer per hour, I am converting 30 minutes into hour. That is 30 by 60 or half. D common. LCM 30, 4 minus 1, 4 times is half, 15. D equals 15 by 3, that is 5 kilometer. Yes, we have that in option A. A number series is given. What will be the 2, 3, 2, 0th position of the number in the given sequence? If we look carefully to the sequence, 1 is appearing 1 times, then 2 is appearing 2 times, 3 is appearing 3 times, and then 4 is appearing 4 times. Again the series is starting with 1, but now 1 is appearing 2 times, 2 4 times, 3 6 times, and then 8, 4 8 times. Then again 1 is appearing 3 times. That means now it will increase like 3, 6, 9, 12, and the sequence will be carried on. Total number of numbers used up in the first group is 10. Total number of numbers used up, or the total position used up in the second group is 20. Then it is 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 and 18, 27, 30. That means now we see that first group 10 positions are used up, in second group 20 positions are used up, in third group 30 positions are used up. Let by the end of n groups, let us find how many positions are grouped up. That would be 10 plus 20 plus 30 till I can say that nth one would be 10n, isn't it? So if I take common 10, I am left with 1 plus 2 plus 3 till n, that is n into n plus 1 by 2. Now if I compare this with 2320, what I left with is n into n plus 1 by 2 is 232, and it start giving us a sense of that this is nothing but triangular number series. For detail of triangular number series, the link is given in the description. Please go through it. Now how to identify the n of the triangular number? It's very simple. Just double it up. 232 into 2, that will give 464. Find the root of 464, or find the number whose root is actually just smaller than 464, and that we'll get it as 21. 21 whole square is 441. Now find T21. T21 is 10 into 21 into 22 by 2. 2, 3, 1, 0. By the end of 21st group, 2, 3, 1, 0 positions are already taken up. That means in the 22nd group, 1 will be taking up how many position? In first group, 1 was taking up 1 position. In second group, 1 was taking up 2 positions. In third group, 1 is taking 3 positions. In the 22nd group, 1 will take the first 22 positions. By the end of 21st group, 2310 numbers or positions are still used up. We require how many more? 2320 minus 2310. We require 10 more. And 10 more would be 1. Which of the following would be the 2320th position in this given sequence? That would be 1. Jack can dig a well in 16 days. Paul can dig the same well in 24 days. Jack, Paul and Harry, JPH, together dig the well in 8 days. Harry alone can do the work in how many days? We need the value of H. If we look at the simple algebra, if I deduct J and P from JPH, I'll get the value of H. And here we will use rule 8 CM rule, that is common multiple rule from our rule book, to get this answer quickly without using any fractions. LCM of 16, 24 and 8 is 48. From JPH I need to deduct this, 48 by minus 16 is minus 3. 48 by minus 24 is minus 2. 48 by 8 is 6. 6 minus 3 minus 2 is equals to 1. That's why Harry will take 48 by 1, that is 48 days to complete this piece of work. CM rule 8 from Time and Work. Go through the basic video of Time and Work. Link is there in the description, and practice it. Option A is the answer. In 2003, there are 28 days in February and there are 365 days in the year. In 2004, there are 29 days in February and there are 366 days. If March 11, 2003 is Tuesday, then which one of the following would be the date on March 11, 2004. This is March 11. 11 March is given. Now we know that from 1 year jump, number of days would be 365, but since it is a leap year and we are into March, there would be 366 days jump. Now how many odd number of days are there? That means what will be the remainder when this number is divided by 7? 364 will be for 52 weeks. So we will have 2 odd days, which is nothing but these total number of days when divided by 7, it leaves remainder 2. 2 odd days. In Tuesday, we add up 2 odd days, that will give us Thursday and not Wednesday. Thursday, option C is the correct answer. The average age of 8 persons in a committee increases by 2 years. Okay, first average was X, now it become X plus 2. Age of 8 persons. When 2 men aged 35 years and 45 years are substituted by 2 women. Okay, then we can say that total before substitution was 8x minus the age of the people left, add the total age of 2 women, let it be W. It should be equals to, now the number of people remains same as 8, but the average become X plus 2. So old total minus the age of the people who left plus total age of 2 women equals 8 people again and a new average. We can solve this and we can find the value of W. So 8x cancel. W is equals to 16 plus this is 80, that is 96. That is the age of the 2 women who have joined in. That means average age of women, average age of the two women is 96 by 2, that is 48 years. 48, and yes, that we have in option D. Average marks of A, B, C is 48. Can I say A plus B plus C is 48 into 3, that is 144. When D joins, average becomes 47. That means A plus B plus C plus D is 47 into 4. That would be 188. That means if I subtract these two, I'll get the value of D. D is 188 minus 144. That is 44. E has 3 marks more than D. E have 44 plus 3. That is 47. Average of B, C, D, E. B plus C plus D plus E is 48. That is 48 into 4. 192. Now D plus E is 44 plus 47. That means B plus C equals 192 minus 44 minus 47. That is 101. Yes. Now what is the question? What is the marks of A? From here we can get the marks of A. A is 144 minus B plus C. B plus C is 101. That is 43. Marks of A is 43. Yes, that we have in option B. First of all, if two objects are in the ratio A is to B, then the proportion would be A upon A plus B and B upon A plus B. This is how we convert ratio into proportion format, isn't it? On a certain assembly line, the rejection rate for Hyundai i10's production was 4%. Rejection rates for i10 is 4%. For Hyundai i20's production, 8%. For i20, 8%. And for the two cars combined, 7%. Now here very easily we can use our rule 6, that is from our jungle rule book and the famous butterfly diagram. Distance between 4 and 7 is 3. Distance between 8 and 7 is 1. That means the ratio of production of I10 is to I20 is 1 is to 3. What was the proportion of Hyundai i10's production? They are asking for this Hyundai i10's production. Ratio is 1 is to 3. Proportion is 1 by 4. That is A upon A plus B. For I20, proportion is 3 by 4, B upon A plus B. So the proportion we are looking out for is 1 by 4, that is in option A. It might happen that we are not comfortable with rule 6, but this is the easiest way out. Let the production of I20s is X and production of I20s is Y and I10 is X. Then as far as the reduction is concerned, we can say that 4X plus 8Y upon X plus Y is equals to overall reduction, that is 7%. If we solve this, 4x plus 8y equals 7x plus 7y. We'll get 7x minus 4x is 3x and 8y minus 7y is y. That means x upon y is equals to 1 by 3. And that is what we have also got. If x upon y is 1 by 3, then x upon x plus y is 1 by 4. That is the proportion of I10 cars. But I'll already recommend you, please practice questions based on butterfly diagram rule 6 jungle rule book. And this process is much more handy than this linear equations process. A can finish a work in 18 days. and B can do the same work in 15 days. B worked for 10 days. That means work done by B in 10 days is 10 by 15. We'll use the fraction format. And left the job. In how many days A alone can finish the remaining work? Let A finish the remaining work in X days. That means the fraction of the work done by A in X days is X by 18. And the total fractions of the work done, if work is completed, is always taken as 1. So X by 18 is 1 minus 2 by 3, that is 1 by 3. X is equals to 6 days. A will work for 6 more days to complete the remaining work. That is in option B. A alone can do 1/4 of the work in 2 days. That means A alone would be able to do the entire work in 2 into 4, that is 8 days. B alone can do 2/3 of the work in 4 days. That means B alone can do the entire work in 4 into 3 by 2, that is 6 days. If all the three, that is A, B, C, work together, they can complete it in 3 days. That means A plus B plus C is 3 days. By solving these and using rule 8, that is our CM rule from our rule book, we can very easily find that what is the time taken by C to do it alone. And as CM rule says, let's find the common multiple of 386, that is 24. Now from A plus B plus C, I need to deduct A, I need to deduct B so that I can get C. 24 by 3 is 8. 24 by minus 8 is minus 3. And 24 by minus 6 is minus 4. Now we need to add this up. 8 minus 3 minus 4 is 1. That means time taken by C to do it alone is 24 by 1, that is 24 days. Such an easy method to find these values quickly. What part of the work will be completed by C in 2 days? C can complete the entire work in 24 days. That means in 2 days, C is able to do 2 by 24th, that is 1 by 12th part of the work. And that is in option A. Divya travels a part of journey by taxi paying rupees 15 per kilometer and rest by train paying rupees 21 per kilometer. If she travels a total of 450 kilometer, let us take taxi X and distance travel on train is Y, then X plus Y is 450. And pays rupees 8130, that means 15X plus 21Y equals 8130. Now we just need to solve these two as simultaneous equation and can very easily find the answer. Let's multiply this by 15. Let's see what is asked. Distance traveled by train, that means value of y is asked. Let me multiply this by 15. I'll get 15x plus 15y equals 15 into 45, 675 and a 0. If I subtract 21 minus 15 is 6y equal, this would be 381, 380. Therefore, distance traveled in train is 1380 by 6, that is 230 kilometer. That is in option A. Very easily we can also use rule 6 from the jungle rule book, that is butterfly diagram, to solve this kind of question. I'll leave now this on the viewers to decide how to use that butterfly diagram to solve these questions. I have discussed that n number of times in different videos. So let's move on. A question from divisibility rule. Here the question is, which of the following number are completely divisible by 11? We know the drill for 11, the summation of odd number digits minus summation of even placed digits, if that is 0 or multiple of 11, then the number is divisible by 11. Let's start with the first one. 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 2. 3 plus 4, 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. 13 plus 2 is 15. Now 2 plus 5, 7. And 7 and 8 is 15. 15 minus 15 is 0. That means this number is divisible by 11. 2, 8, 3, 7, 1, 2. 5 plus 1 is 6. 15 and 2 is 17. 17 minus 6 is 11, which is multiple of 11. Obviously, this number is divisible by 11. 4, 3, 8, 4, 1, 6. 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. 3 plus 4 plus 6 is 13. 13 minus 13 is 0. This is also divisible by 11. 3, 6, 8, 9, 4. 11 plus 4, 15. And 6 and 9 is also 15. 15 minus 15 is 0. Fourth number is also divisible by 11. That means all of the above, option D fits in, are divisible by 11. The difference between a two-digit number, let it be 10x plus y. xy is a number which is written as 10x plus y. And the number obtained by interchanging the digits would be yx, that is 10y plus x. Difference between these two is 36. We can also remember that whenever difference between two-digit interchanging position is asked, it is always 9 into x minus y. 9 into difference of digits. That means x minus y is equals to 36 by 9, that is 4. What is the difference between the sum, that is x plus y, and the difference of the digits? We are looking out for this value of the number if the ratio between the digits of the number is 1:2. Now the ratio of x is to y is 1:2. So let x is equals to 2y. That means 2y minus y is 4. Y is equals to 4 and x is equals to 8. That means the number we are looking out for is 48. No, it's 84. 84 minus 48 will give 36. Now the difference of digits is 8 minus 4, that is 4. We know that. And sum of digits is 8 plus 4, that is 12. Now the question asked is, what is the difference between sum of digits and difference of digits? That is 12 minus 4, 8. Option B fits in. What is the largest number that divides all three numbers 23, 400, 5 digit, 272, 304 and 205, 248 without leaving a remainder? That means we are looking out for HCF of these three numbers. Since numbers are quite big, instead of going with the factor and factorization with prime factors and then finding the HCF, I'm trying out the long division method. 23, 400 taken, and let us take 272, 304. 23, 23, 25, that means 11 times it will go. 257400. Remainder would be 14904, which is less than this. 23400, one time. Remainder 8496. Again I'll divide one time only. 8496. Remainder would be 6408. 8496 one time. Remainder would be 2088. 6408, I think two times. Three times, yes. 3 times 6, 240, 244, 624, 2, 3, 8, 24, 24, 26. And we left with 144, 2088, 2016, 72. 72 will divide 144 two times. So here the common factor between 23400 and the second number is 72. Let's divide the third number by 72. 205248 will go 205200. We are left with 48. 72 one time, 24, and then 48 two times. 24 is the HCF. Without leaving a remainder, 24. Option B fits in. Find the least number when divided by 7 leaves remainder 6, and when divided by 6 leaves remainder 5. When divided by 5 leaves remainder 4. So now we are looking out for the least number which follows this. Here we can see that remainder is different, but if from the divisor, if I reduce the remainder, the residue, we call it residue, is same. 7 minus 6 is 1, 6 minus 5 is 1, 5 minus 4 is 1. So in these type of question where residue is same, the least number is LCM of all divisors minus the residue. So LCM of 7, 6 and 5 would be 210, and the least number we are looking out for would be 210 minus 1, that is 209. Option B fits in. Six bells commence tolling together. They have already tolled. And toll at intervals of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12 seconds respectively. In 30 minutes, how many times they toll together? Classical question of LCM. We need to find the lowest common multiple. They will always toll together at that multiple. We are looking out for LCM of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 60, this gone. 2 more, 120. At an interval of 120 seconds or 2 minutes, they will toll together. They have tolled right now. Now they have this 30 minutes. In an interval of every 2 minutes, they will be tolling together once again. So how many intervals we can have? 30 by 2, that is 15 slots. They will toll together 15 times. But since they have started tolling together, commence tolling together, and then after every 2 minutes they will toll. So total number of times they have tolled together in 30 minutes is 15 plus 1, that is 16 times. Option A fits in. The LCM of two numbers is 80. Okay, we have two numbers A and B. Its LCM is 80. And the product of two numbers is 320. A into B is 320. We know that HCF will be equals to product of two numbers divided by LCM. 320 by 80, that is 4. Now we have LCM, we have HCF, and we have product of two numbers. If HCF of two number is 4, then let the two numbers be 4x and 4y. And product is 320. That means 4 into 4 into x into y is 320. X into y is 320 by 16, that is 20. Now we have these all information. Let's see what is the question. how many such possible pairs of number exist? Now, since the number are 4x and 4y, we also know that x and y should be relatively prime to each other. That means either both can be prime or one of them can be prime, but the HCF of x and y should be 1. That is what we mean by relatively prime. And now if product is 20, then what can be the values? If I take x as 1, y can be 20. 1 and 20 are relatively prime to each other. If I take x as 4, y can be 5. And these are the only two pairs which is possible. So how many such possible pairs exist? Two pairs exist such that their LCM is 80 and the product is 320. Now you will be asking that whether the numbers are 1 and 20. No, numbers are 4 into this. That means first pair is 4, 80. Product is 320, LCM is 80. And the second pair is 4 into 4, 16. And 4 into 5 is 20. Product is 320 and LCM is, again, we can see 4 into 4 into 5, that is 80. So two pair exist. Option A is the answer. Sorry, option C. Yes, 2 exist in option C. What is the least number that must be added with 594638 plus something? We'll get a number to make it a perfect square. If on-screen calculator is there, these type of questions need to be answered with that itself in no time. Let's see how. 594638 square root, I'm getting 771 point something. That means next square number would be 772. 772 into 772 minus 594638, 1346. So we should be adding 1346. We'll get a number which is square of 772. 1346 fits in with option A. But if calculator is not there, we need to use the traditional method. And the traditional method says find the factors and check which factor doesn't have an even power, or we can also use the traditional method to finding the square root. 594638 pairing from right hand side. 7 square is 49. 10, 46 brought down. 7 double is 14. Then how many times? 7 times. 147 into 7 would be 1029. 1738. Here we have 77. 77 double is 154. Only one time. 41. Left with 197. That means it is close to 771 square. Now we need to find 772 whole square. Multiply it and we'll get 595984. Then we'll subtract 594638 from it and we'll get 6451 1546 and sorry 13 1346, and that is in option A. And we can also use the traditional method to find this. It will take another 30-40 seconds or a minute maybe. Find the smallest number which must be subtracted from 73531 in order to obtain a multiple of 11. This question is nothing but we need to find the remainder when this number is divided by 11. Now to find the remainder when a number is divided by 11, we can simply divide it by 11 and find the remainder, or we can use a simple trick. From right hand side, make pairs of 2. Just find what you will get if you divide 31 by 11, or what you might get if you divide a number close to 31 divided by 11. 33 is divisible by 11 but not 31. That means here we have a deficiency of two numbers. 55 is divisible by 11 but not 52. Here we have deficiency of three numbers. 77 is divisible by 11 but not 73. Here we have deficiency of four numbers. Minus 4, minus 3, minus 2 when added up gives minus 9. That is the remainder. But remainder cannot be negative. Then add 11 to it. What we'll get is 2. 2 is the remainder when 735231 is divided by 11. You may check. This is the fastest method to find the remainders. That means if I subtract 2 from it, this number would be divisible by 11. 7352, this will become 29. Here we'll get remainder 7, here minus 3, here minus 4. When we'll add up, we'll get a 0. That means this number is divisible by 11. Answer is C, that is 2. If the sum of a number of two digits and a number formed by reversing the digits. So if number is xy, reversing is yx, this would be 10x plus y added up with 10y plus x. Sum is always 11 times sum of digits. As we have seen in the previous question, difference is always 9 times the difference of digits. Sum is always 11 times the sum of the digits, and that is given as 99. That means x plus y is 9. Then what is the sum of digits of the original number? Sum of digits of original number is 9. That is in option A. If a 6-digit number 93P25Q is divisible by 88, this is divisible by 88, that means it is divisible by both 8 and 11. Then the values of P and Q are, we can use options also straight away to find this. It should be divisible by 8, and the divisibility rule of 8 says that last 3 digits should be divisible by 8. So 25 when divided by 8, it goes 4 times, 3 times 24, and then we are left with 1. That means the value of Q should be 6. 256 is divisible by 8. Now our number is 93P256. Let's check the option. For the value of Q, we have 6 here and we have 6 here. That means value of P would be either 4 or 8. We can use the traditional method to check whether this number is divisible by 11 or not. 9 plus P plus 15 is 14 plus P. 3 plus 2 plus 6 is 11. So if I deduct these two, I'll get 3 plus P. What should be the value of P so that 3 plus P becomes 0? It will not become, or it become multiple of 11. 4, 3 plus 4 is 7, but if I take 8, P is equals to 8, 3 plus 8 is 11. That means this number will become divisible by 11. So value of P is 8 and value of Q here was 6, 8 comma 6, that fits in option C. Which of the following numbers can never be sum of two prime numbers? As the list of prime number goes, 2 is the only even prime number we have. Otherwise, all the other prime numbers are odd. So, if sum of two prime numbers, in that if even 2 is included, 2 plus odd will always give odd, and odd plus odd, even prime number are taken, that will always give us an even addition number. Now here we can see that odd numbers are 23 and 9. So 23 is only possible with 2 plus 21. Because if sum of two prime number is odd, that means one of the prime number has to be 2. And then we can see that 21 is not a prime number. Now let's do for 9. 9 is 2 plus 7, both are prime numbers. Now let us check also 16 and 5 whether it is possible. by adding two odd prime numbers. 5 we can get by 2 plus 3 is 5. 16 also, 5 plus 11, two odd prime numbers gives 16. 23 cannot be the sum of two prime numbers ever. Option A is the correct answer. The remainder obtained when any prime number greater than 6 is divided by 6. That is the property straight away. Property of prime number. Any prime number greater than 5 or greater than 6 can be written in the form of 6k plus minus 1. That means any prime number which when divided by 6, which is greater than 6, will leave remainder either plus 1 or minus 1. Minus 1 means will leave remainder 5. Will leave remainder 1 or 5. Option given in option C. Find the sum of prime factors of 561. Prime factor means the prime number which can divide 561. 3 would be able to divide, yes. 1 times 24, 8 and then 7. 11 it look like 1 and 17 is again a prime number. That means 561 is 3 to the power 1 into 11 to the power 1 into 17 to the power 1. Therefore, sum of prime factors is the prime number which can divide this. 3 plus 11 plus 17 is 2031. That is, yes, in option B.